Tonight on Whip City Weekly, Maye Randall sits down with the business club to see what they've been up to this semester.
A Westfield resident was featured on an ABC weight loss show. We got the details on her story.
And the team is back for another segment of Whip City Roundtable.
All that and more when Whip City Weekly starts right now. Thank you for tuning in to Whip City Weekly. I'm David Langlois.
And I'm Megan Lucier. WSU's Residential Life held a haunted house this past week. Whip City Weekly's Maye Randall went to check out the creepy festivities.
We're here in Scanlon Banquet Hall at WSU checking out the haunted house put on by Residential Life. Just how scary was this haunted house? We asked some participants to find out. And Joey, what's your favorite Halloween candy?
Almost every one of them.
And what's your costume, Joey? I really like it. What is it?
Dragon.
It's a dragon?
Yes.
Perfect. Juliana, what's your costume?
Raccoon.
I love it. So, how much effort did this take Res Life to put on?
Well, we've been working on it for probably about 2 months. We started first meeting when we got here, but I mean, it's been a tradition in Res Life, so it's really been 30 years of work to get it to the point it's at now. But we've had to do the shopping, we advertised to all the elementary schools in the area, and just putting it all together is a lot of work, but it's worth it.
And I see there's 2 parts to the haunted house. Can you explain more of that?
Right, so in one part we have the fun stop, which is more younger kid oriented. We have food in there, so popcorn, cotton candy, cookies, whatever. And then we also have different activities, a lot of different games like Plinko and cornhole and coloring pages. And then on the other side we have the haunted house, which is scary, all aimed towards the older kids and also the Westfield State students who can come through later on in the night.
Nestor, what are you most excited for tonight?
I'm just excited to see these kids be so excited about life and be terrified at the same time.
So Tom, what is your favorite thing about the haunted house?
Well, my favorite thing, May, about the haunted house is that we really get to benefit the community. We get to give back to the community, and that's the best part. I mean, it's a lot of work that we put into this as a department, but we really love giving back to the community, and we love to really put this on for the kids and have them, come through and have a great time and be a little afraid, have a little fun. But at the end of the day, it's really about the community giving back not only to the kids but also to the charity.
This is Scalen's 31st year hosting this haunted house. All proceeds go to WYCA New Beginnings Foundation. Until next time, for Whip City Weekly, I'm Maye Randall.
The Westfield River Detachment of the Marine Corps League invites all who have served to participate in a meeting coming up this November 11th. Located at 71 North Elm Street, this particular meeting, starting at 7 p.m., will celebrate the Marine Corps' birthday. Members hold a breakfast every Saturday morning and a social hour prior to every meeting. The Greater Westfield Chamber of Commerce and the Training Workforce at Options Group are collaborating to conduct a summit regarding the manufacturing development needs for the Westfield area. The summit will be held from 8 to 10:30 a.m. on November 12th at Savage Farms. The event will feature guest speakers and discussions on issues such as current future businesses challenges, projected changes in the economy, and specific industry workforce needs.
Westfield residents and WSU students can expect construction on Western Ave in the near future. This is due to 3 recent bike accidents and traffic, making the road arguably unsafe. There have been several meetings to discuss the changes, but according to Chairman Jeffrey LaValle, right now the only proposal is to provide shoulders for the bicycles. Some say WSU should pay for this project. If you want to put your 2 cents in, the next meeting will be held on November 14th in the South Middle School at 7 p.m. And Westfield resident Jamie Witherall was featured on ABC's Extreme Weight Loss. Witherall had tried every diet from Jenny Craig to Weight Watchers to not eating anything at all, with no results to show. Originally trying out for The Biggest Loser with her sister and not making the cut, ABC reached out to Witherall to be on extreme weight loss. She started her journey in the spring of 2012, weighing 292 pounds. After a year of support, counseling, exercise, and the help from host Chris Powell, Witherall was able to lose 132 pounds. To watch her episode, go to www.watchabc.go.com.
Communication Club is a place for students to get together and volunteer around the city.
This past week, the members got to visit 22 News in Springfield. Let's see how it went.
We're here at the third floor of the Ely building where we recently spoke with students about the recent trip to 22 News, and we also spoke with Professor Paulman as well.
All right, so the station manager at 22 News, John Barron, he basically gave us a tour of behind the scenes and give us a tour of what it takes to actually make the news, and a little bit about the productive side of it, and give us a little bit of information on internships and what exactly we need in order to go into our fields. And overall, I thought it was a very informative and, I thought it was very valuable information to learn.
I think what we want to do is take the limited experience I have in the classroom and widen out that door and show students it's a very big world out there. And a person like John Barron, after 25, 30 years experience in the field, has so much more to offer students than I have. And to bring him into our picture, into our field, and let students have access to a person like this opens up all kinds of questions and answers and solves some of the mysteries and begins the process of selecting career tracks and internships.
And that does it here from the third floor of Ely building. I'm Nick Odell for Whip City Weekly.
Massachusetts residents can say goodbye to tax-free shopping on Amazon. Starting on the 1st of November, the state will apply its 6.25% sales tax on purchases made on the website. The Boston Globe predicts that the tax will raise over $37 million for the state this fiscal year. The tax will not apply to third-party vendors on the site.
Interested in learning more about graduate degrees at Westfield State University? The Department of Graduate and Continuing Education will be hosting informational roundtables throughout November and December each week. Interested individuals can attend to learn more about the different programs from an outreach perspective. The schedule is as follows: Masters of Public Administration on Tuesday, November 5th, Master of Science in Criminal Justice on Tuesday, November 12th, Master of Social Work on Wednesday, November 20th, Master of Science in Accountancy on Tuesday, November 26th, and Master of Education on December 3rd. Information sessions will be held in Horace Mann Center garden rooms.
The most popular costumes for kids this Halloween were of no surprise. According to retailer reports, the top 10 children's costumes in 2013 were Disney princesses, characters from Monsters University, Buzz Lightyear, superheroes like Iron Man, pirates, Monsters High, and of course, Ninja Turtles. Did your children wear any of these costumes? Let us know by tweeting at Whip City Weekly.
Coming up, a member of WSU's Business Club is in the studio.
And later, it's time to discuss sports in this week's roundtable.
Stay with us.
Welcome to my block party. Glad you can make it.
The only triple doubles you get come with fries.
Last time you blocked someone, you were online.
I can do this all day. Your moves are just gay.
Using gay to mean dumb or stupid, not cool.
Not cool.
Not in my house, not anywhere. It's not creative, it's offensive to gay people. And you're better than that.
Hey, I'm Anderson Cooper. As a parent, you want to make sure that your child knows how to deal with bullying when they see it happening. And chances are they want to help, but they don't really know how. I'll teach them that the best thing to do is calmly walk away, find a teacher or other adult, and speak up. And do your part. Be that adult they can talk to and trust will listen. Join me to help stop bullying. Go to stopbullying.gov to find out more.
Can you consent with me? Imagine what you'd see if every child had a book to read. So the mission is for us to get a book to each and every child. So let's join hands, book people unite. Unearth hidden passion. Come on, we'll have a good time. One book can be the first thing that helps to change a life. Book people unite.
Read to a child today and spark a lifetime of ambition.
Hello and welcome to our first episode of Club Spotlight. I'm Maye Randall here with Kevin Soucie, treasurer of the Business Club. So Kevin, what has your club already accomplished so far this semester?
We've done a few things already this semester. One was Credit Smart's information session, where we learned about credit, how to use it, and what not to do with credit. There are certain websites you can go on to learn about your credit and actually get free credit reports. Many clubs many sites such as
Free credit score, right?
Free
That's
credit
one of them.
score, there's many out there.
Yeah.
Those end up having costs in the end. So my annual credit report is one that you can go onto and you don't have to
That's good to
actually pay
know,
anything.
especially
Yeah.
for us students who have obviously so many loans. So that's great to.
It's going to
kind of find
add
out.
up after a while, so
Definitely.
we'll get it down really quickly.
And I heard you guys did a resume critiquing workshop.
We did. We got to see a resume, what to put on it, what to not put on it.
Mhm.
And one of the resumes we got as an example was horrible.
Mhm.
It was a good example so that we could learn from it and learn what future employers are looking for, what they're not looking for,
Mhm.
and how to go forward from there.
Sounds like a good workshop to me. We all need to know how to write resumes for the future.
We do.
That's for sure. So I hear you guys are trying to fundraise for a New York City trip.
Yes, we are.
Can you tell me your goals for that?
Our goals are to be able to go to New York and not have to pay anything through the students. We're going to be selling taste booklets that are for 2014, and they have Tuckers in there, they have Emma's in there, they have many different places. There's golfing, there's bowling, there's so many different things you can possibly do. And New York trip is going to be amazing. There's going to be a Museum of Finance, there's going to be the bowl, which students love to take pictures with, as well as seeing the Statue of Liberty and many other different things.
Other touristy stuff.
Yes.
And of course, New York City is the finance capital of the world, correct?
is.
It
It
works
is.
out well. So just 2 weeks from today, actually, you guys have your networking dinner.
We do.
Awesome opportunity for students. What's that all about?
November 13th, it's a Wednesday, we will have employers come in that are looking for people that could be doing internships, that could be doing job opportunities, and the students will be interviewing the employers so that we could get a better idea of what we're going to be looking forward to jobs and things such as that. There's going to be amazing food there.
Best part.
You have no idea.
That sounds
It's
awesome.
going to be a good time.
So Junior Achievement Stock Exchange, what's that all about?
Next Thursday,
Yeah.
it's going to be us going to the Mass Mutual Center, and we will be learning the stock exchange and things such as that. And it'll be more so an interactive opportunity. We're going to be running around, making stock differences, and they're going to be going to set up random things that happen in the stock market. And it's going to be a good learning opportunity, and we're going to get to meet businesses in that area.
So real hands-on.
Very. It's going to be fun.
It's exciting if you're a business person, I guess.
Or
Sounds
if
pretty
you-
chaotic to me, but
If you like to get active and
yeah. So what are you guys having meetings on just to do like business attire and stuff
there's
like that?
business attire, there's how to shake hands properly and how to tie a tie, suggestions just to get yourself going throughout the day. And there's a lot of things that people don't know that are just small little things that end up adding up. For
Yeah.
example, if you were to wear a name tag, you wear it on your right side because that's where you shake your hand, and it's the first thing you're going to see when you're looking up the arm. It's just the little things that actually end up adding up and making you have a better opportunity and
Yeah.
a better chance to find future employers.
Sounds good. And your 3 suggestions I keep hearing about, what are these?
Yes. Posture is huge. People love somebody that can sit up straight, stand up straight, and that it just invigorates the room. It gets you going. 2 is eye contact. It shows that you're listening to what somebody's saying as well as caring about what they're saying, and you're negotiating in a conversation and getting it going, as well as smiling. Nobody wants to be around somebody that's down all day, so
It's very true.
smiling helps you become happier, helps somebody else become happier, and the next thing you know, everybody's smiling.
Everyone's happy. Can't argue with that. And so what about students who watch this and want to become part of the business club? Do you have to be a business major, or how
No,
does that work?
everything's a business. Everything's trying to make a profit. Everything's trying to get out and learn and network and things such as that. If you go downstairs to the SGA room in Ely Hall, you can talk to Barpan, Kim Hosmer, and either of them will escort you to the business area, or contact me or Kate Stanhope, and the president of the business club.
Oh, of course.
Yes,
And you guys will fill them in?
more than likely.
Sounds like a good
Yes.
opportunity to me. So that's it for what we got for the Club Spotlight. Thank you so much, Kevin.
Thank you, May.
When we come back, we're going to have another episode of the Whip City Roundtable with Matt Stover, Mike Drew, and Drew Bosky. Stay tuned.
No, not. Don't look at me. Your hair's a bit frizzy today. Oh, you should pick that up. Oh, you're such a dork. Loser. Here, let me help you with that. Oops.
Every day, kids witness bullying.
Oh, look. Your crush is looking at you. Poor you.
They want to help, but don't know how.
See, no one here's gonna help you, because no one
Teach your kids how to be more than a bystander. Visit stopbullying.gov.
Nice. No.
Oops. Yeah, sure. Let's go. Moms everywhere are finding ways to keep kids active and healthy.
Works every time.
Get ideas, get involved, get going at letsmove.gov.
Getting closer to nature can get you closer to your family. Go to discovertheforest.org.
All right, and welcome to this week's edition of Whip City Roundtable. This is our second week. We have our panelists, Mike Drew, Matt Stover. How's it going? How's it going, guys?
I'm good. How are you?
So what did you guys think about those Red Sox?
We're very blessed to be able to see 3 World Series where people in front of us have not seen any. But the thing that impressed me most, Mike, about the Red Sox game, the whole series, actually the whole playoffs, is that every night it seemed to be someone different stepping up, whether it was Nava, David Ross, Johnny Gomes. You could never really predict what was going to happen. And I'd just like to hear your thoughts on what you think about that and I guess your perspective on the game last night.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't think that any Red Sox team ever could come close to holding the place that the 2014 did in the hearts and the souls of people in the city of Boston.
Absolutely.
I don't think this team is 2004, but they're pretty close. I mean, this is 69 wins a year ago. I don't think people understand the whole broad context of this. This team was awful.
Where's the first?
Last place in the AL East. Bobby Valentine, who thinks he could have done this with this team, by the way. Did you see that he said that?
I did. Yeah, that's a different topic in the
John Farrell comes in and just does the job, workmanlike, and this team was just a buzzsaw all year long and just really impressive. I mean,
Have you ever seen a team rejuvenate a city like this?
No.
I literally was sitting there pulling for this team the whole time.
Something I heard Gomes say that I thought was interesting is they didn't put the city on their back; they got on the city's back because of that whole Boston Strong thing. Really, really carried them through.
They've been doing that. I know that ESPN's been spotlighting what they did for the Whip City people. Not the Whip City people. That's the Boston Strong people affected by the marathon. And I thought that was really touching. But someone who doesn't get a lot of credit is Ben Cherington. He's the one who put the team together, and this is his third year.
Fantastic job. Shane Victorino, having confidence in John Lackey to turn it around.
For sure.
I mean, just brilliant job by Cherington.
Yeah.
And a great job by Poppy again. I mean, he's a playoff performer. Can't do anything but win playoff games.
He's just in a different zone, and you don't see that much. And I think he definitely cemented his place in Cooperstown for sure.
Definitely.
Easily. I would talk more about this, but I think we're getting a signal. So
that
means that you have to.
So speaking of playoffs,
do this.
The Patriots are doing surprisingly well this year. How far do you guys think that'll?
6-2. Somehow.
How far do you think that'll go?
A very lucky 6-2. I don't know. I think that the Chiefs are 7-0. The Broncos are 6-1, or excuse me, 7-1. Or 6-1, something like that. So I think if the Pats can somehow secure home field advantage throughout, then they can make it to the Super Bowl.
That's gonna be tough, though.
I think they can.
Especially Chiefs they don't have a loss yet.
They don't, but they play the Broncos twice. So I think that with Tom Brady as their quarterback, Gronkowski coming back healthy, Amendola, you get Vereen back in a couple weeks after the bye. I think this team has what it takes. You get Talib back on the defensive side. This team has what it takes, if it is home, that they can make it to the Super Bowl.
Okay.
On the road's a completely different story. But Mike, don't give me that look. What do you got?
I was cringing through that entire thing.
Please.
You think that this team has the talent to make it out of the AFC?
Are you telling me that you're going against Bill Belichick right now and what he does?
Yes.
What has he done
against his talent? Okay, wait a minute. All right.
I'll give you. Go ahead.
Indianapolis, who I think, by the way, is very underrated.
I agree.
Denver
just lost their big wide receiver.
Indianapolis, Denver, the Kansas City Chiefs. Those 3 teams have more talent than the Patriots right now.
The Chiefs
wait a minute. In the playoffs, talent wins out, does it not?
It does. It does.
Okay. I don't think the Patriots, who could not beat Joe Flacco and the Baltimore Ravens, in the AFC Championship game last year can beat those 3 teams in the playoffs. I don't see them getting past the divisional round. It's not their year. They don't have the talent. What are you looking at?
I am just appalled that you were going against the all-great one in Bill Belichick and the ability of Tom Brady in the winter months. I am just appalled.
Have you seen Tom Brady play this year?
I'm appalled. I'm leaving it at that. I can't even look at you in the face right now, to be
can
honest.
you move on, please?
All right, so
God.
WSU hockey starting tomorrow against the Western New England University, Golden Bears.
Yes, they are.
And how do you think they're gonna fare this season?
I'm waiting for
hopefully.
I'm waiting for the coaches poll to come out in the MASCAC. They tend to take a vote on who's going to play, or excuse me, who's going to be in the championship game. But I think hands down, I watched all the games last year as an announcer, and they have the talent to win the whole thing this year. They're definitely going to run the table, I think. They're behind Powers and McCadden, the 2 goal scorers they have on their first line. I don't see them losing many
Rookie
games.
of the year and MVP coming back.
Absolutely.
Yeah, this was definitely a fun team to watch last year at the games with you guys. I mean, their offense, they scored 4 goals a game. They gave up 82 goals as a team, but Ian Perrier, very solid goalie. The 3 captains on this team, Vince Perreault, Taylor Murphy, Billy Miller, strong leadership throughout.
Absolutely.
This is going to be a fun team to watch, I think,
Absolutely.
and I think this is going to be a really rewarding season for this hockey team.
Absolutely, especially the assistant coach Mike Young just got promoted to associate coach.
Point.
He brings a lot of knowledge to the game, and he's more of like a systems kind of guy. So I think that's going to help out. And watch out for Todd Giebert this year. Big enforcer. I think he has the ability to put the puck in the back of the net this year.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. It really is.
And going back on Perrier too, Perrier was the reason that this team won that many games. He was absolutely outstanding, standing on his head most of the time. He made up to 50 saves a game, and he's really going to be what they need to rely on here for sure. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. All right, and so our last question for today is definitely started with the Celtics, I guess you could say, for this year. And how do you feel about losing purposely for draft picks? The 5-year plan with
I think I know what's
Danny
coming
Ainge.
here.
Mike, I'll default to you on this one. I'll default to you.
You're going to give me the floor?
I will default to you.
Wow,
Go ahead,
the
let's hear it.
first ever. Yes, it's okay for you to lose. Okay? Yes, it's okay for you to tank. Next year's draft, you have Andrew Wiggins, who is the closest thing to LeBron James that has come into this league since he did. It makes perfect sense for you to want to lose to get a better draft pick, more lottery ping pong balls, to get a better chance to get Andrew Wiggins on your team. Look at what the Indianapolis Colts were able to do in football.
The Suck for Luck sweepstakes.
The Suck for Luck sweepstakes, when Dan Orlovsky and Kerry Collins led the Colts the year that Peyton Manning was out with an injury, and the next year they ended up with Andrew Luck. Now, granted, they got very lucky. See what I
did.
When that happened. I'm not saying that it's guaranteed to happen. It's a lottery system. Why would you not take your chance? Brad Stevens is a young coach. He's, 25 years old, 30 years
Something
old?
like that, yeah.
He's very young. He's here. It's a 5-year
Up and
rebuilding
coming.
plan. Take your shot. You have Andrew Wiggins sitting there. How can you not? How can
If
you
we're talking,
not go for
if
that?
we're talking about the Celtics, then they have the talent to compete this year. They're too good. They have the talent.
But
they're
that's
gonna
not where
hold.
you
No,
wanna
they're
be.
gonna. Hey, I just gave me the floor. They held out Rondo for a little bit. They're gonna hold him out, but they have the talent to compete.
When do you
You're
think
telling me
it's
that
coming
they're
back?
gonna be able to fill the Garden, and especially with a respectable team like the Celtics have, where they've won 18 banners, or excuse me, 17 banners, that they're gonna be able to fill that place. The fans are not gonna be appreciative.
The
and
Green
plus, what is
Teamers
it?
will show up.
I don't know.
The
I
Green
disagree.
Teamers will show up, especially when they're able to have a winner again in another year because they tanked.
I answer with Darko Milicic, Greg Oden, and Michael Beasley.
Okay.
That is
All
my
right.
answer.
No.
That's all the time we have for today on the round table.
Thank God.
See you
Disgusting.
next week.
I must say that was a pretty heated discussion.
Yeah, it really seems like a lot of sports arguments are.
That's true. Well, that does it for this episode of Whip City Weekly. I'm Megan Lucier.
And I'm Dave Langlois.
Take care, Westfield.